there was a study, right? If I just bring this up, let me just bring that back up. Oh, it's frozen. Right. In light of that, I wanted us to understand the study on life that was done by Bronnie Ware, and it's something very popular that many of us have already seen or read about in different articles. It's been covered extensively. So here it is, and it ties in exactly perfectly with what we're taking a look at. Bronnie Ware, what she had done, she is an author and a writer who spent many years of her life in palliative care, working with those people who were about to pass away. And so they've got limited time, often suffering from terminal illnesses. And what she did is she went around having conversations with these people, those who had anything from 12 weeks to just a couple of days left to live. And she discussed with them what they, at this stage, this final frontier, before the lifting of the final veil, what they regretted about life. And wallahi, in this is such a profound an ibrah for us all. So she then summarizes them into the top 5. And right, so now this is 5, working down in descending order. I wish that I had let myself be happier. You see, now that's a summary of it. The so-called comfort or familiarity overflowed into their emotions as well as their physical lives. Fear of change had them pretending to others and to themselves that they were content, when deep down within they longed to laugh properly and have silliness in their life again. Allah. Don't ever let people tell you that you laugh too much. Don't ever have people rob you of those moments of silliness. Seize the opportunity to smile, to be happy. This came as the 5th, that this was in descending order. She had compiled them, and it really, they ring true to so many of us. Number 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. That often they would not truly realize the full benefits of old friends until their dying weeks, and it was not always possible to track them down. Many had become so caught up in their own lives that they had let golden friendships slip by over the years. There were many deep regrets about not giving friendship the time and effort that they deserved. Everyone misses their friends when they are dying. Wow. Life. Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, when he was asked about the joys of life, and he said, I sum it into 3. And one of the 3 that he puts is muhadathatul ikhwan. And here by ikhwan, he means friends, or ashab, I think in another narration, that just the company and conversing with friends, it truly is a joy in this place we call life. Allah. And then number 3, out of these top 5, I wish I'd had the courage. I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. Many people suppress their feelings in order to keep peace with others. As a result, they settled for a mediocre existence and never became who they were truly capable of becoming. Many developed illnesses related to the bitterness and resentment they carried as a result. You see, within us, we all have that experience, that we all have this drive, this yearning. It is almost the ruh trying to fledge and give drive to that, but people suppress throughout this life just to appease people, just to, fit in with a little crowd, or maybe somebody wanted to do something, but just because maybe his parents, he or she thought they wouldn't like it. Maybe somebody peer pressure, they thought their friends wouldn't like it, their spouse, maybe their children, I don't know, maybe they just thought people, without even taking people into consideration. It is such a thought. I don't know why this keeps. There it is. Number 2. There it is. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Wow. This came from every male patient that I nursed. They missed their children's youth and their partner's companionship. Women also spoke of this regret, but as most were from an older generation, many of the female patients had not been breadwinners. All of the men I nursed deeply regretted spending so much of their lives on the treadmill of a work existence. Allah, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. That is so true. Enteliki, that's the one. Shukran. Absolutely, I was referring to that. Enteliki, that's the potentiality that can be actualized, which Aristotle speaks of. So, you see, look at this, and don't confuse this with achieving your dreams, because sometimes you have to deep dive, you have to be submerged in your passion to achieve it. Somebody may think, I want to write a book. Somebody may think, I want to write poetry, I want to do art, I want to create art. Somebody may think, I want to climb Mount Everest. This is my passion in life. Somebody may have a startup idea, a business, and they want to run that. Somebody probably runs a restaurant, or they do. These things in life will by their nature consume you to an extent, and that is not what this is talking about, because that is a passion that a person is doing, and there will be a stage where it has to consume you, but there is a balance. And many people in life, it's not that they were consumed by passion. They weren't consumed by these years which they regret. These years that they say, I wish I didn't work so hard, were not years that they spent climbing Mount Everest and doing these kind of things. These years were drowned in an ocean of meaningless monotony. That's what they were. It was just nothingness. It was 9 to 5, putting food on the table, but getting lost in the rut. And that is important, to put food on. It is a great accomplishment. May Allah bless all these people that try, that work hard. But it's the mindset. Missing out on those little moments. Playing with their children. Even a little. Being silly with them. Joking, laughing. Even going for a walk. It doesn't have to. See, things don't have to be. So it's not an all or nothing zero-sum game. It's not that, well, I haven't got money, otherwise I'd be in Disneyland or with my children, but because I haven't got that, we don't do anything. You see, it's not the materials. It's the connection. It's the experience, what you absorb. So I wish I hadn't worked so hard. That is honestly something that you and I could see that written on the epitaph of so many people, on their tombstones. And the most, bringing it to number one, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected from me. This was the most common regret of all. When people realize that their life is almost over and they look back clearly on it, it is easy to see how many dreams have gone unfulfilled. Most people had not honored even half of their dreams and had to die knowing that it was due to choices they had made or not made. Health brings a freedom very few realize until they no longer have it. Allah. You see, this is why I thought it's so important to bring this, to share this. We can relate. It's not about the quantity of life. It's not about the number, the hours, the counting of the moments. It's about the moment and how much quality it has in it. That I wish I'd lived a life more true to myself. Allah. And seriously, we especially when that's coming from people in palliative care, it hits so hard, as you can imagine.